Hey dudes, we're here with a single exercise tutorial on the Pendlay Row. You guys requested it, so we're doing it. It was invented by Glenn Pendlay, who was an Olympic coach, and it really works on that explosive power in the back. So you have your bent over rows, which is concentrating on that time under tension, the eccentric contraction, bringing the weight down, and also the concentric contraction on the way up. Nice, slow, controlled, building the size and strength in the back. But with the Pendlay Row, you're really not focusing on the eccentric contraction on the way down. You're letting the weight drop to the floor, touch the floor, and then you're gonna exploding the weight up to the top position, really focusing on just the concentration of the concentric contraction rather than the eccentric. There's a few good things about the Pendlay Row over the bent over row. With the Pendlay Row, one, it's focusing on that explosive power and then helping your deadlift later down the road. Also, your lower back is actually not activated quite as long as like in the bent over row. So with the bent over row, you're in that same position and your lower back has to support that weight through every repetition because you're not bringing the weight all the way down to the floor. Pendlay Row, you're bringing the weight all the way to the floor, hence the lower back gets to rest slightly before you complete the next rep in an explosive manner. What you want to do when performing the Pendlay Row is walk up to a bar loaded with weight. The feet are just going to be shoulder width apart. And also the bar is going to be placed about midway on the foot as well. You're going to bend forward, hands are going to be outside of legs, so just slightly outside of shoulder distance or width. And then you're going to be grabbing the bar, pulling it up. What you want to do is imagine the end position of a Romanian deadlift. So the knees are slightly bent, the hips are pushed back, hamstrings are nice and tight, back straight. So this is the beginning position of the Pendlay Row, which is technically the end position of a Romanian deadlift. So this is the starting position. So the weight is going to be resting on the floor. This is very important because you don't really want any kind of activity other than the explosive manner of bringing the weight up to the chest at the concentric contraction. So the weight is rested on the floor and then you just tighten the hamstrings up, pulling the hips up, back flat, and then you're gonna explode the weight up to the chest. Bringing those elbows nice and high, the bar is gonna hit just at the lower chest. Another thing to remember is when you're doing a bench press, you're pressing the weight off your chest from the sternum in an explosive manner. Well, this is pretty much the exact opposite direction. So you wanna keep those elbows at about a 45-degree angle and you're exploding the weight up to the chest about sternum level rather than pushing it away from it. So that's a couple things you need to remember when performing the Pendlay Row. So we went over the form of the Pendlay Row and what you kind of want to think about when achieving the proper form and also the placement of the hands and feet. Now we're going to perform a few repetitions so that way you get a good idea of what it looks like, so maybe you can come back for reference later when wanting to do the Pendlay Row yourself. So if you want that size and that explosive strength and also increase your deadlift, you want to try the Pendlay Row, because this exercise is definitely Buff Dudes approved. Thanks dudes for all your comments and suggestions, because it helped fuel this video and also fuel our future videos, so keep them coming. All right dudes, until next time, stay buff.